Have you ever felt crushed by the weight of your challenges, wondering if there's any purpose to the pain? We've all been there, adrift in a sea of struggle, questioning our own strength. It's a deeply human experience to face adversity and feel diminished by it. But what if these very moments of hardship hold a secret, a hidden power to transform us? What if the path through darkness is the only way to truly discover our light? The sting of failure, the ache of loss, the slow burn of daily struggles, these experiences often feel like enemies, things to be avoided at all costs. We are taught to seek comfort, to find the easiest path. Yet, there's a persistent whisper in history, a counter-narrative that suggests these difficult moments are not just survivable, but essential for building something truly profound within us. Could it be that our deepest growth lies in the very things we fear most? This idea isn't new. Many great thinkers have grappled with the paradox of suffering and strength. Among them, the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche offered a particularly potent perspective. He saw life not as a quest for perpetual happiness, but as an arena for growth, where challenges are the primary tools for self-overcoming. His insights challenge us to look at our pain not as a full stop, but as a comma, a pause before a new, stronger chapter. Nietzsche famously declared, "What does not kill me makes me stronger." This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a profound observation about human resilience. Think about it. When have you grown the most? Was it during times of ease or when you were pushed to your limits, forced to dig deeper than you thought possible? The unyielding pressure of life, much like a blacksmith's hammer, can shape us into something far more resilient. But what kind of strength are we talking about? It's not merely physical toughness. Nietzsche points towards a deeper, more enduring fortitude, the strength of character, the resilience of spirit, the capacity to face life's absurdities and still affirm its value. It's the strength to not just survive, but to thrive, to find meaning even when circumstances seem bleakest. This is the strength born from true engagement with our struggles. Consider pain not as an absolute evil but as a signal. Sometimes it signals a physical injury, but often emotional or mental pain signals that something within us needs attention, needs to change, or is being stretched. It's an invitation to introspection, a call to examine our beliefs, our attachments, and our responses to the world. Responding to this call is the first step towards transforming pain into power. When you avoid pain, you might also be avoiding growth. Imagine a muscle that is never stressed. It remains weak, undeveloped. Our psychological and emotional muscles work similarly. Facing discomfort, enduring setbacks, and navigating emotional turbulence, these are the exercises that build our inner fortitude, our capacity to handle future challenges with greater wisdom and composure. Struggle, in Nietzsche's view, isn't something to be merely endured. It's something to be used. It's raw material. Every obstacle overcome, every fear faced, every moment of despair navigated carves new depths into our being. These experiences etch lessons into our soul, lessons of perseverance, humility, and the surprising discovery of our own hidden capabilities. Think of a time you faced a significant challenge. In the midst of it, it might have felt unbearable. But looking back, can you see how that period shaped you? Perhaps it taught you patience, or revealed an inner resourcefulness you didn't know you possessed. This retrospective understanding is key. It allows us to see struggle not as a defeat, but as a crucible. Nietzsche's concept of the will to power is often misunderstood. It's not about dominating others, but about the fundamental drive within all life to strive, to grow, to overcome, and to express its inherent strength. When you choose to confront your struggles, you are tapping into this primal energy, this innate desire for self-mastery and the expansion of your own potential. This will to power manifests as the courage to say yes to life in its entirety. This includes the difficult parts, the painful parts. It's the assertion that even suffering has a place, a role in the grand tapestry of existence. By embracing this, you stop fighting reality and start working with it, transforming its pressures into your own unique strength. Pain often forces us into a state of heightened awareness. The trivial concerns of daily life fall away, and we are confronted with fundamental questions about who we are and what truly matters. This raw, unfiltered perception can be unsettling, but it's also an opportunity for profound clarity and a reordering of our priorities, leading to a more authentic way of living. When you face adversity and choose not to crumble, you are actively building resilience. Resilience isn't an innate trait you either have or don't. It's a skill cultivated through practice. Each small victory over discomfort, each moment you choose persistence over despair, strengthens your capacity to bounce back from future setbacks, making you more adaptable and robust. Struggle can also be a powerful teacher of empathy. When you have known deep pain yourself, you become more attuned to the suffering of others. This shared human experience can break down barriers and foster a sense of connection and compassion. Your own healed wounds can become a source of understanding and solace for those still navigating their own dark paths. Nietzsche believed that the greatest individuals are those who have organized the chaos within. Life is inherently chaotic, and suffering can feel like a vortex of disorder. The process of confronting and integrating these experiences, of finding meaning within them, is an act of profound self-creation. You become the artist of your own resilience, shaping chaos into strength. Consider the metaphor of a diamond. It's formed under immense pressure and heat deep within the earth. Without these intense conditions, it would remain mere carbon. Similarly, your inner strength, your unique brilliance, is often forged in the crucible of hardship. The pressures you endure can reveal and refine the most precious aspects of your character. Embracing struggle doesn't mean seeking out pain unnecessarily. It means that when pain inevitably arrives, as it does for everyone, you meet it with an understanding that it can be a catalyst. It's about shifting your perspective from "why is this happening to me?" to "what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger?" True strength isn't the absence of fear or pain. It's the willingness to act, to move forward despite fear and pain. It's the courage to take one more step when everything in you wants to retreat. Each such step, no matter how small, reinforces your inner resolve and expands your capacity for future courage. This is the active ingredient in Nietzsche's formula. The process of overcoming also strips away the superficial. When you're fighting for something essential, whether it's health, sanity, or a deeply held value, the trivialities that once consumed your attention fade into insignificance. This focus on what truly matters is itself a form of strength, a clarity born from the fires of adversity. Nietzsche introduces the concept of amor fati, loving one's fate. This is perhaps his most challenging, yet most empowering idea. It means accepting everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen, not with resignation, but with active affirmation. It means seeing even your deepest struggles as necessary parts of your unique, irreplaceable life. Loving your fate doesn't mean you must enjoy pain. It means you recognize its role in your becoming. It's an acknowledgement that if you were to remove any single event, even the most painful, you would not be the person you are today. This acceptance transforms suffering from a meaningless burden into an integral part of your personal legend. By embracing amor fati, you reclaim your agency. You are no longer a passive victim of circumstance, but an active participant in your own destiny, choosing to affirm the totality of your experience. This affirmation itself is a profound source of strength, freeing you from resentment and regret, allowing you to move forward with power and purpose. When you say yes to your struggles, you are essentially saying yes to growth. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to practice this affirmation. Start small. When faced with minor frustrations, instead of resisting, try to find the lesson, the opportunity for patience, or the chance to practice acceptance. This builds the muscle for larger challenges. Remember, the goal isn't to become emotionless or impervious to pain. That's not strength, that's suppression. True strength lies in feeling the pain, acknowledging its presence, and still choosing to engage with life constructively. It's about integrating your experiences, the good and the bad, into a richer, more complex, and ultimately more resilient self. This perspective shifts struggle from a terrifying monster into a formidable teacher. A teacher who, though harsh, offers invaluable lessons if you're willing to listen. Lessons about your limits, yes, but more importantly, lessons about your boundless capacity to exceed those limits when driven by purpose and a will to grow. Think of your life's challenges as mountains. Climbing them is arduous, painful even. You may stumble, you may want to give up. But the view from the summit, the perspective gained, the strength developed in the ascent, these are irreplaceable. Each peak conquered prepares you for the next, higher one. The strength Nietzsche speaks of is not a static state but a dynamic process. It's a continuous becoming. You don't just become strong once and for all. You are becoming stronger through each conscious engagement with life's difficulties. It's a journey, not a destination, and every step matters. Ask yourself, what are the impossible things you've already overcome? Reflect on those moments. Recognize the fortitude you displayed, perhaps without even realizing it at the time. This history of your own resilience is powerful evidence that you are capable of facing what lies ahead. You've done it before, and you can do it again. The pain of today can become the wisdom of tomorrow. When you approach struggle with curiosity rather than fear, you open yourself to its teachings. What is this situation trying to show me about myself? About my patterns? About my untapped potential? These questions transform passive suffering into active learning. Nietzsche encourages us to be poets of our lives, to craft meaning and beauty even from the harshest materials. Your struggles, your scars, they are not defects. They are the unique verses in your personal epic. Embracing them allows you to compose a story of triumph, resilience, and profound, hard-won strength. This strength isn't about never falling. It's about how you rise each time you do. It's the tenacity to get back up, dust yourself off, and face the world again, perhaps a little wiser, a little more scarred, but undeniably stronger. This resilience is the hallmark of a spirit that refuses to be extinguished. Consider also that periods of intense struggle often clarify our values. When pushed to the brink, what do you hold on to? What becomes non-negotiable? This stripping away of the superfluous reveals your core principles, and living in alignment with these discovered values is a source of immense inner strength and integrity. The alternative to embracing struggle is often a life lived in fear, a life of avoidance where growth stagnates. While seeming safer, this path can lead to a quiet despair, a sense of unlived potential. Nietzsche's call is to choose the path of engagement, even with its inherent risks, for it is there that true vitality and strength are found. Every time you consciously choose a difficult but meaningful path over an easy but empty one, you are reinforcing this Nietzschean strength. It might be choosing to have a tough conversation, to pursue a challenging goal, or simply to sit with uncomfortable emotions instead of distracting yourself. These choices compound over time. The struggles you face are uniquely yours, but the capacity to derive strength from them is universal. Nietzsche's philosophy isn't an elitist doctrine. It's an invitation to everyone to tap into their inherent will to power, their innate drive to overcome and become more. Your specific pain points are your specific opportunities for growth. How can you begin to apply this today? When a challenge arises, pause. Instead of immediate reaction, try to observe. Ask, if I were to approach this as an opportunity for strength, what would I do differently? This simple question can shift your entire engagement with the problem. Notice the stories you tell yourself about your struggles. Do you cast yourself as a victim or as a protagonist facing a trial? Reframing your narrative is a powerful tool. You are the author of your experience. By choosing a narrative of resilience and growth, you empower yourself to embody those qualities. Remember that strength isn't about being invincible, it's about being adaptable. Like a tree that bends in the storm rather than breaking, true resilience involves flexibility and the ability to learn from what attempts to knock you down. Each gust of wind strengthens the roots, even if some branches are lost. Celebrate your small victories over adversity. Acknowledging your progress, no matter how incremental, fuels your motivation and reinforces the belief in your own capacity to overcome. Each step forward, however minor it seems, is a testament to your growing strength. Don't dismiss these moments, they are crucial. The philosopher reminds us that a comfortable life, free of significant challenge, might also be a shallow life. Depth of character, wisdom, and profound self-understanding are often treasures found only in the abysses we navigate. The scars become maps to these hidden riches within ourselves. When pain arises, try to meet it with a curious, almost scientific mind. What are its qualities? Where is it located? What does it demand? By observing it without immediate judgment or the need to escape, you lessen its power over you, transforming it from an overwhelming force into an object of study and eventually understanding. The journey of transforming pain into strength is not a solitary one. Sharing your struggles and your triumphs with trusted others can provide comfort, perspective, and reinforcement. Vulnerability in this context is not weakness, but a courageous act that fosters connection and mutual empowerment. Consider Nietzsche's idea: he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. When your struggles are connected to a larger purpose, a deeply held value, or a significant goal, the suffering involved becomes more bearable. It gains meaning. What is your why that can help you navigate the how of your challenges? The strength gained is not just for yourself. It equips you to contribute more meaningfully to the world. A person forged in fire has a certain gravity, a resilience that can inspire and support others. Your journey through hardship can become a beacon for those still lost in their own darkness. It's important to distinguish between necessary suffering that leads to growth and unnecessary suffering caused by self-sabotage or unhealthy patterns. Nietzsche's philosophy encourages confronting the former, while wisdom demands we identify and address the latter. Self-awareness is key to discerning this difference. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that strength is often built incrementally. Focus on the next small step, the next right action. Don't let the entirety of the challenge paralyze you. Break it down. Each manageable part you overcome contributes to the larger victory and your growing sense of capability. The memory of past pain, once processed and integrated, can become a source of profound gratitude for your current strength and peace. You look back not with bitterness, but with an appreciation for the journey that shaped you. This gratitude itself is a component of a resilient and affirmative life. True strength allows for softness. It's not about being hard and unyielding in all circumstances. It's about having a resilient core that allows you to be vulnerable, compassionate, and open, knowing you can weather any emotional storm that arises from such openness. The strongest trees have flexible branches. Ultimately, Nietzsche's message is one of profound empowerment. He places the responsibility and the capacity for creating a meaningful, strong life squarely within you. Your circumstances don't define you, your response to them does. Pain and struggle are not endpoints, but invitations to become more. So the next time life presents you with a difficulty, try to see it through this Nietzschean lens. View it not as a curse, but as a challenge, a test, an opportunity. Ask not why me, but what can this make of me? This shift in perspective is where your transformation begins. Remember, the resistance you feel when facing a challenge is the very friction necessary for polishing your inner diamond. Without that resistance, there's no pressure, no heat, and therefore, no transformation. The path to brilliance is paved with the stones of what you've overcome. Nietzsche's philosophy doesn't promise an easy life, but a fulfilling one. A life where your capacities are constantly tested and expanded, leading to a profound sense of self-mastery. The comfort of ease pales in comparison to the deep satisfaction of knowing you have faced the storm and emerged stronger. Each struggle overcome adds another layer to your internal armor, not an armor that shuts you off, but one that allows you to engage with the world more boldly, more openly. because you trust your ability to handle whatever comes. This is the confidence born of experience, not theory. Do not underestimate the power of your own will. Nietzsche emphasized this will to power as the driving force. When you consciously direct this will towards overcoming internal and external obstacles, you tap into a source of immense energy and potential for growth. It is your inner engine for transformation. Consider the artist who struggles with their medium, the athlete who pushes past pain, the scholar who grapples with complex ideas. Their greatest works, their peak performances, their profound insights are almost always born from this very struggle. Your life, too, can be seen as such a creative endeavor. The acceptance of pain as part of life doesn't mean passivity. It means acknowledging its reality so you can then actively decide how to respond, how to learn, and how to grow from it. It's the difference between being dragged by the current and learning to navigate it skillfully. Reflect on how your definition of strength has evolved. Perhaps once it meant invulnerability. Now, through this lens, you might see it as the courage to be vulnerable, the wisdom to learn from failure, and the resilience to keep going with an open heart. This is a more profound, more human strength. The path to becoming stronger through struggle is not about achieving a final, perfect state. It's about embracing the ongoing process of becoming, of unfolding. Each challenge is simply another turn in this spiral of growth, leading you to new heights of understanding and resilience. This perspective asks you to trust in your own inherent capacity for growth. Just as a seed contains the blueprint for a mighty tree, you contain the potential for profound strength. Adversity is merely the soil, the rain, and the sun that coax this potential into full bloom. Nietzsche's wisdom encourages us to be life affirmers, not life deniers. To say yes to the whole spectrum of human experience, knowing that even the darkest shades contribute to the richness and depth of the overall masterpiece that is your life. This affirmation is the ultimate source of strength. So when you face pain, try not to just endure it but to engage with it. Ask what it demands of you. What new skill, what new perspective, what hidden strength is it trying to call forth? This active engagement turns suffering into a powerful catalyst for self-discovery and growth. The strength derived from struggle is not brittle, it's flexible and enduring. It's the wisdom to know when to stand firm and when to yield, when to push, and when to rest and recover. This nuanced understanding of your own limits and capacities is a hallmark of true, hard-won resilience. What if you reframed every setback not as a failure but as essential data? Each time you don't achieve an outcome, you learn something valuable about your approach, your environment, or yourself. This data, when analyzed without harsh self-judgment, becomes the fuel for your next, more informed attempt. The deep satisfaction that comes from overcoming a significant hurdle is a powerful motivator. It's a taste of your own potential. Hold on to that feeling. Let it remind you during future struggles that the effort is worthwhile, that the growth on the other side is real and deeply rewarding. Nietzsche's call is to cultivate an inner landscape where difficulties are seen as opportunities to exercise your will to power, your drive to grow, to create, to become more yourself. This inner world, rich with resilience and affirmation, becomes your fortress against external storms. This doesn't mean you won't feel fear, doubt, or despair. Those are human emotions. The strength lies in acknowledging them without letting them dictate your actions. It's about moving forward with them, transforming their energy into cautious wisdom or determined resolve. Ultimately, the answer to why pain and struggle make you stronger lies in the alchemy of the human spirit. We possess an incredible capacity to transform adversity into advantage, wounds into wisdom, and suffering into strength. Nietzsche simply articulated this profound potential. The journey through pain and struggle embraced in this spirit leads not to bitterness, but to a deeper appreciation for life itself. You understand its preciousness precisely because you've navigated its depths. This appreciation is a profound and quiet strength, a steady flame within. So the invitation is clear: to stop seeing pain and struggle as mere afflictions, and to start recognizing them as the very sculptors of your strongest, most resilient, and most authentic self. It is a challenging path, but one that promises not just survival, but profound, meaningful growth. Embrace your challenges, learn from your pain, and know that within you lies the capacity to not only endure but to become significantly stronger. As Nietzsche saw, what does not kill you doesn't just leave you alive. It fortifies you, deepens you, and reveals the unyielding power of your own spirit.